welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Yes, I do hope you are having a fantastic day and that it gets better. So, I recently did a video having to call out Cheryl Miller a little bit, unfortunately, for thinking that the $2.2 billion possible media rights deal for the WNBA was too low, and she thought it should be $8 billion. But wouldn't you know, right after I put that up, the deal has been finalized. WNBA secures monumental media deal with Disney, Amazon, NBCU. Never seen it like that. It keeps throwing me off. I'm thinking of college. NBC Universal. Okay, so it does turn out to be a $2.2 billion a year. Wow, wouldn't that be something? 2.2 billion over 11 years, or 200 million per year. And as I had stated, and I think I see below, I think it's Ion and someone else, but we'll get to it, that could be an additional 60 million or so per year, which could bring this deal close to $3 billion over 11 years. So it's going to be okay. We'll go with the quote from the WNBA commissioner first. Partnering with Disney, Amazon, and NBCU marks a monumental chapter in WNBA history and clearly demonstrates the significant rise in value and the historic level of interest in women's basketball. I love these PR statements. These agreements allow the league to continue to build a long-term and sustainable growth model for the future of women's basketball and sports, which will benefit WNBA players, teams, and fans. Shout out to The Athletic, who was the first to report on this. Now, we get a little more into the nitty-gritty. First of all, I have to say this. There is no excuse to be taking any NBA money at this point to keep the WNBA going. This deal, I believe, is what, 3, 4 times, could be almost 5 times when they get the rest of it figured out, what the deal currently is. And when you look at the money they're losing, there is no excuse for the WNBA to not be profitable the first year this kicks in. In fact, I don't know the exact numbers off the top of my head because I did this a while ago just out of curiosity. And I'm not saying to do this, okay? So don't come at me about the players. But if you just cut all player salaries in half, the WNBA would be profitable. Oh, and by the way, if you think that's crazy, I'm going to show you some other salaries. So let's take a look. Now, here's the catch, and this is why I had the title like this, because this is one of the things people are worried about. First of all, as you can see, you'll have them. Disney, Amazon, and NBCU will show more than 125 regular season and playoff games each season. Now, including a minimum of 25 regular season games on Disney platforms, keep that in mind, 50 on NBCU platforms, and 30 on Prime Video. Now, here's the thing. Disney will have them on ABC, ESPN, ESPN2, and stream them on the company's new direct-to-consumer service. Okay, so that's going to be a streaming service. Now, when they say new direct-to-consumer, I'm assuming that means it's not Disney Plus. But I don't know. This is the first I've seen of this. I don't have any information from anywhere else. NBCU, which will distribute on the NBC USA Network and Peacock, a streaming service, and Amazon, of course, on Prime Video, a streaming service. Why do I keep emphasizing that? Because it's also going to be a playoff thing where you'll have Disney distributing 2 first-round playoff series per year, NBCU and Prime distributing 1 each, and then the semifinal and finals will rotate. Disney's going to have 8 semifinal series and 5 finals, and Prime and NBCU will have 7 semifinals and 3 finals. So keep that in mind. Basically, every 3 or 4 years, the WNBA finals will be on Amazon Prime, locked behind a paywall. Now, granted, a lot of people have access to Prime Video because they have Prime, and I believe there are more people with Prime than cable nowadays. But my point being, is you will have WNBA final series on a streaming service. And it doesn't break down how Disney and NBCU are doing this because they could also show certain things on streaming. I mean, I guess that's probably been decided and we're just not getting those details. But as you saw, all three of these, Disney, NBCU, and Prime, have streaming services that will be part of these 125 regular season and playoff games that they distribute, including finals. So that is a big issue for some people in terms of how that affects the growth of the game. And we'll get back to that in a minute because this goes back to what I was okay, it's CBS. I said Ion, I wasn't sure the other one. It's CBS, which could yield another 60 million in additional revenue per year. Okay. So that would be 6 times the total of its current deals. No reason at all for them to have to get NBA money anymore. They should absolutely, as soon as this deal kicks in that first year, they should be turning a profit every single year, and they should have to operate within that. If they want expansion so that there's a temporary need for other cash flow, then go out and get loans and investors, fine. But this money every year from the NBA, that's got to stop. Now, I want to point out for those always screeching and screaming about the WNBA, the NWSL has only gotten 240 million over 4 years. So if you tripled that, right, you're still only talking 700 plus million if it were to be like a 12-year deal that's similar to the WNBA. And even MLS only got 2.5 billion over 10 years with Apple, and that is a much bigger league than the WNBA. Now, going back to the salary thing, because that's always a big thing, and people talk about, oh, they don't get paid enough. Well, first of all, the league loses money every year, so let's stop. They don't get paid enough stuff. And to that point, the NWSL, a women's professional sports league, as you can see by their current CBA, the minimum salary in 2024 is only $37,856. Their most recent salary cap increase, which was a big jump, is 2.7 million and change per year. Rosters have to have a minimum of 22, maximum of 26. So this isn't some big we hating on the women of the WNBA. It's just the reality of the situation. The NWSL does not bring in the money needed to do better than that. It's getting there. It's been growing. It's the first of multiple, because there have been a number of professional leagues in women's soccer, and they've all failed. They've never gotten past year 5 until the NWSL. So, it's not quite where you want it to be, but it has solidified a little bit and it's growing, which is a great thing for them. Hopefully, this is a great deal for the WNBA. Here's my fear that this money is all going to be used up on things it shouldn't be used up on, and they're going to continue to lose money, right? Because now the players they're going to come back and say, oh, they're going to have all these crazy demands about what they want, and the league is going to give it to them because that's sort of how the commissioner has set it up, right? Like they're all kind of on the same page in terms of negotiation and what the players deserve and all that. And then you're going to have a league that's going to continue to lose money and want NBA money to keep them going. And then people are going to be like, this is getting ridiculous. How can you have such a huge deal and continue to lose money? But the deal has been finalized. There still could be another almost $700 million tacked onto it roughly. So it is a big, big win for the WNBA. I applaud them for that. I hope that the growth of the game outside of Caitlin Clark earns that contract. I really, really do. And I hope that the WNBA does not lose track and think they can just go spending like crazy on stuff they shouldn't. And we end up right back at square one where the league is losing money. But let me know your thoughts on this deal in the comments below, what it means for the future of the WNBA. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I really do appreciate it, and I will talk to you later.